Hi there, I'm Gavin Thomas, Assistant Head Teacher and Raising Standards Leads here at Penn Rice, and this video is a summary of an event which took place last week for parents and students in Year 7, our class of 2027, and it was an information evening. There's a lot of information at the start of this group's journey with us over the next 5 years, so we thought it would be good to get parents together so we can answer questions and be clear on some of the key events and key thoughts that will allow your child to be successful in Year 7, in fact across the 5-year journey. With that in mind, we had a pack of resources available, and one of them was a little fridge magnet, and we made the point that whether we were talking actually to Year 7 or Year 11, our 3 principles that, if they're followed, will allow success for all students: be here, be ready, and be Team Penn Rice. That they apply to all of our students. And during the evening, we touched upon all of these things, saying that if we can follow these, we will achieve success. Also in the pack, we thought it'd be useful to have a Year 7 curriculum map so parents can map out exactly what their child is doing across the year in each subject. You'll notice a QR code there in the corner. If you follow that, that will guide you to our website, where each of those subjects give information in even more detail for what's going on from lesson to lesson. One of the B's, being ready, so part of that is to do with equipment. We believe each student should be equipped fully for each lesson, so having pens, a pencil, ruler, rubber, highlighters and a calculator. We want every child to be in that situation, so with that in mind, we are doing equipment checks at the start of each day, where students should have all of those. If they don't have them right now, we have been giving out most of that equipment. Calculators, they are available from our school shop at a price reduced to what you will see the same calculator for in other shops. So please do get hold of those. We made the point with calculators and actually anything at Penn Rice, if finance is an issue at all, if that would prevent you getting a calculator, please do contact us and we will support you in making sure your child is fully equipped. The reason for doing all this is we don't want to waste learning time. If you imagine from lesson to lesson, if we need to do a drawing which requires a pencil and a ruler, if we have to give out all of that equipment, okay, by itself that's not much wasted time, but it all adds up. So we feel that if students are ready each lesson, then we maximise learning time across the day. If a student doesn't have an item, we get that sorted out in the morning through tutor time, where we will provide students with those items. But as parents, how we can support this is to ensure day to day that they are going to school wherever possible with all that equipment, so we don't need to be doing that in the morning and they are ready to go fully equipped. Next, Tanya Coleman, one of our deputy head teachers, came to talk about another element of being ready, and that is homework. So homework is really an integral part of our here and ready to learn agenda. It will support the development of self-regulatory learners who are disciplined, proactive and scholarly in their approach to learning. Our end goal is to reach a point where students are intrinsically motivated to complete their homework because of their love of learning and their desire to be scholarly and aspirant in all they do. However, the start of that process, and in the short term, we as staff, as parents, need to support our students in the process of directing them to form habits. So homework is all done through Satchel One, an app that as a parent you can have and as a student you can have. The dashboard on Satchel One looks a little bit like this, whether you are student or parent, where you'll be guided towards homework. We don't use all the features that are on the dashboard. Behaviour is through the Gateway app, but the homework is all through this app. If you click on the homework, you'll see your child's to-do list. And then if you click on any of those, you'll see details of that homework. So I've got the example here, population quiz for geography. Now, as parents, we're not expecting you to be able to have the knowledge to help with all that homework. That's not an expectation. How you support as a parent is just to ensure that homework is being done. And this example here, this particular student has achieved 56% on their test. Now you'll see in the information there are 3 attempts allowed, so it's about encouraging your child at home to do as well as they can, giving it that second and third attempt so they can get the maximum grades. Okay, so that's kind of, as a parent, what you can do to support. There is support for students in school, so Monday to Thursday, we from 3 to 4 o'clock, we provide computer access, either for those students who need some extra support or actually just want a place where they can do their homework before going home. So it's done and dusted, they can go home and relax. In the pack, there's a student personal homework timetable, so you should have a copy of that. That shows you when to expect homeworks to be set. Some subjects it's each week, some it's every other week. One thing to point out on that is the point that this student here, as an example, has 4 homework set on a Tuesday. So you'll be getting ping, 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 all on a Tuesday on Satchel 1. Now, trying to do all those homeworks at once may be a bit much. So how to support as a parent, it's about giving your child the space and the time and looking at through the week when they can do that homework, so it's never feeling that they're not on top of their homework, and they are keeping on top of everything. So that's there as some information for you, another way to support your child in their homework. Homework is a requirement, and we require students to complete all homework and also to a satisfactory standard, or the required standard I should say. We do have a system of logging when students don't do homework. This is separate to our behaviour point system, so you see there are points but they're not behaviour points, but we log, and if a student collects 5 homework points, we will have them in at a break time to catch up and complete their homework, and if that goes up to 10, that will be an hour after school, where again they will be sat down to catch up on their homework, and any multiples of 5 after that. Now we hope that doesn't happen for any students, but it's just important to be aware of that is something in place for when homework isn't completed. Now, the next thing we talked about, Ross Warrer, who's part of our Raising Standards team, he talked about enrichment. So just really briefly, to say that Penrice Plus activities, there are still spaces. So all of them, apart from the ones that are shaded in, there is still space on those clubs. Please do talk to your tutor or your child's tutor if you want to get involved in any of those clubs. And also there are a number of rugby is one of them, but sports clubs running. So if you're interested in any of those sports clubs, you don't need to sign up, just turn up on those days and you can join in with those. I know fixtures have started already. Teams played against Penryn last week as opening fixtures. So it'd be really good to see more students out there taking part in those sporting and non-sporting activities. Finally, talking about Be Ready once again, and looking at engagement in learning. So when we take registers at Penrice, we take them at the start, but at the end of the lesson, we grade each student from 1 to 5. 1 saying support was required in that lesson, through to 5, your child was exceptional in that lesson, in the way they engaged and everything in between. And you can see there an example of how we've averaged out over the course of a half term what scores your child got in each subject. Now that leads on to our new reporting, which is going to come out at each half term. So that report will look a little bit like this, where you have an overview at the top of these different elements of your child's experience at school. So whether it be attendance, merits, behaviour points, they're ready to learn across all subjects, any missed homework and enrichment, and where we give you an idea of where they are sitting, where we would like them to sit against that for all of those areas. Other information. This will include merits for how your child is doing, but also how they sit against the rest of the year group. And importantly, the first of our B's, our B here, attendance, so you can see where your child sits in terms of their attendance for the half term and across the year. And that's really important to know that, because we all know that attendance and achievement, they are directly linked. Those who attend well, they achieve well. So that's a summary of the event which took place last week. Draw you once again to our fridge magnet, which says our 3 B's: Be Here, Be Ready and Be Team Penrice. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch, either with myself, with your child's tutor, or email inquiries@penrice to give any questions, and they'll be directed to the right person. So I hope that was useful for you, and we look forward to seeing you again at our next event, which is our virtual Meet the Tutor evening in November, details of which will be out very shortly. Thank you.